El Grupo Albornoz presenta el único noticiero de bienes raíces desde New York. Tu Casa TV.
Bienvenidos nuevamente a otro episodio de Tu Casa TV. Me encuentro ahora con Shital. Gracias nuevamente por venir aquí, Shital, a nuestros estudios de Tu Casa TV. Les saluda su TV Realtor Marian Albornoz y aquí tenemos a Shital, tenemos a Dora Mana, que nosotros somos de Coldwell Banker. Estamos aquí en las oficinas de Coldwell Banker, aquí donde nosotros tenemos nuestro estudio, y le damos la bienvenida a Shital, que nos va a hablar obviamente más de cómo podemos tener buen crédito. You help people to get a better credit when they buy a house.
Yes, absolutely.
You educate them.
Yes. So the first thing is when I see somebody's credit, my brain looks at the score and my brain automatically starts to say, how can we do better? And why? Why should we have better credit? Because then you get a better deal.
Absolutely.
You get a better interest rate. If you want to buy a house, you get a better interest rate. If you want to buy a car, you can get a better interest rate. So the benefit of having a better credit score is so much, right? You save money. So sometimes when I check a credit, it's not difficult.
I was going to say that. How difficult is to fix a credit for the people that are wanting to buy the house? How difficult is to fix it, and in how long you can see the results?
It's a good question, but it's difficult to answer because it is case by case. It depends on the credit report.
Right.
Number one, it depends on what is wrong with the credit, right? That's the first thing. Sometimes it's a quick fix. Hey, just pay this, close this, open another card. Easy, 2 to 6 months, done. If the problem is big, then it takes a little bit longer.
Debts and
if you have a lot of
pay.
collections or a judgment, then we have to tackle it one at a time. So then I tell them, let's start with the small ones first, one at a time, till it's all done. Right?
But even in the collections, I think that before you pay whatever is in collection, you need to speak with a loan officer that will guide you through which are the collection, those accounts that are in collection that you need to pay first. Because some others are historic, and the moment that you pay them, then you update them in your system, right?
Yes, and sometimes you don't need to pay the collections. I've done loans where we didn't have to pay the collections, we got an approval without it. So yes, we have to look at the whole credit, and then I can say.
Because people can see, like, let's say they have only one account in Wells Fargo, and then they see the account, and you know, they give you a credit score in their accounts. But that's not the credit score that you're going to have when the loan officer. So people are like, I have 720. My bank says I have 720, and then you're like, okay, but it's not what you have right now because it's three companies. How do you call them? The
Bureaus.
The bureaus.
Yes.
So can you?
So you know the common one, it could be your bank. It could be Credit Karma. So Credit Karma is good. It gives you an idea. It gives you a little information, but it's not complete. And it is not accurate. So it's just for an idea. But if you want to buy a house, you want to be 100% sure. Not, no, maybe.
So. And the loan officer is going to bring you your real credit score.
Correct. Absolutely correct.
Dora, I'm sorry. You were talking the other day that there is companies that you call because they say and they offer you to put all your debts in one. And you were
I hate it.
Yeah. I wanted like, yeah.
In my opinion, it's the worst decision. Again,
to consolidate,
until you meet with somebody, an expert that will guide you through and that it has no vested interest. Because what happens is that if I am a credit repair company, I will tell you that consolidation is the best thing because that's my business. But in reality, what happens with consolidation is that they negotiate with all your creditors, and they negotiate a lower payment, monthly payment, but what happens is that you start making the payments, but those payments do not go straight to the creditors. So your credit gets worse and worse and worse before it really gets better. And not only that, there are some other things that are never negotiated. So in my opinion, the best idea, definitely, I don't know, Shital, what do you think, is to address each one of the creditors, right?
Oh my God, I'm so grateful that you're bringing this up because we go through pain.
Yeah.
Like I go through pain. I feel pain when I see a client who did debt consolidation.
And the thing is, people doesn't know, and they
Correct.
think they're
Yeah.
trying to do the best for them.
Yes, absolutely.
No, because when you listen to the radio and you see the TV, and these debt consolidation companies, their advertisements are very attractive, right? So
Correct.
I don't blame somebody to get attracted to doing it, but it is the worst for your credit. Please, guys, don't do a debt consolidation. Nobody cares for your credit more than you do, right? You don't need to give your money to a company and then they're paying it to your creditors. You can go direct.
Because they are all over there in the radio. They are, and
Yes,
they offer like,
yes.
come call me. I'll make if you're paying in 3 credit cards and this and that, $1,800. I'm gonna make you pay $500. So it's attractive to people, and they don't know what they're doing.
No, and I can tell you, you can call and negotiate.
Absolutely.
You can call the creditor and negotiate yourself. I teach clients on how to negotiate, what to say, how to clean up your credit, one step at a time. And again, I'll say it one more time, no one cares for your credit more than you will.
I think that in the first
And we care about the credit
yes,
too.
the most important thing is that you should be aware that your credit matters.
Mm-hmm.
And from the beginning, when you start your credit, you need to be responsible with your credit. Most individuals that have good credit are individuals that are responsible and have some restraint in the use of the availability of the credit. So because you have 3 credit cards of $5,000 credit limit each, doesn't mean that you should go out and spend the $5,000 on each. That's what really has an impact, the way you address and you handle and you care about your credit. I think that it needs to start from the beginning, the moment that you get your credit cards.
Mm-hmm.
How are you going to be responsibly using that credit limit?
The thing
right?
is, when I arrived to this country, it's like you're 25 years old, they give you a credit card, and I had $8,000 line of credit. I got crazy.
Of course,
I have to
yes,
say it.
yes.
Because we
We
don't
all
have this
do.
in our country.
Yeah.
I never had a credit card. I never had
We all do.
nothing. It was like, oh, I'm independent. I have credit card. People trust me. And then you make mistakes. That I have to say.
Yeah.
But we learn from your mistakes, and that's what we don't want people to have in their futures.
It's the same with the credit repair companies, right? Some of them just charge a monthly installment.
Mm-hmm.
What they really do is just submit letters disputing and saying that nothing what is in the credit report belongs to you.
Meanwhile, you're paying a month,
Correct.
an amount of
But at
money.
the end of the day, you still owe the money, because when they come to you, everything will show up, even if it's not reflected in your credit report. The debt exists. I always tell my clients, did you get the credit card? Yes. Did you spend? Yes. So what makes you feel that you are allowed to say it's not yours? If you spend it, you pay. Right?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Well, there are the ways. The people, people are making money out of this. So that's why we want you to understand that if you come to Shital, if you come to Dora, if you come to Marianne, to Casa TV, we're going to let you know what is the best way, because we are always trying to make a plan for people and trying to help them to get there and to get in to buy the American dream that is for a lot of people like us, and that's the best way to do it. Talk to a professional. Always we say that.
Yes, yes. One thing I would like to invite each of you is take the most recent credit card statement that you have and look at the interest rate that they're charging you. It's criminal. For me, it's theft. Like, it's too high. It's too high to everyone. So they charge sometimes between 25 to 30%. That is a lot of money, and you keep paying the minimum, you will never pay the debt. You're just paying that interest, and it accumulates and accumulates. So pay attention to that, please, because they are stealing your hard-earned money. So we need to stop that.
And we need to make a plan. Dora, you had some clients, you always say the story, that not to fix the credit, but to have the money, to save the money for their houses. What did they do to have their goal?
Well, they came to my office, and what we did was that we designed a plan, and we listed all the credit cards and all the debts that they had. And the wife, took notes in a small notebook, and every Friday she will call me and said, Dora, cross this one out. We paid this one. We paid this one. We started working. The credit was 580. We started working in June. In December, we closed on a single family home in Bergenfield. It was amazing.
Nice.
And when we were doing
So they have the credit in 580?
Yes.
And then at the end, what was the score credit?
I think it was, say, 630 or something like that.
Wow.
And not only that, but they got to save the money to pay all debts and the down payment and the closing costs.
And fix the credit.
So while we were doing the home inspection, I asked her, how did you do it? And she said, well, I used to wake up at 8:15 and rush to work and then come back. And I would have to buy my breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And then, because at night I would come back very, with not desire, very tired. So I would order pizza. And so she said, after we met, what I did was that I would wake up at 7:45, fix breakfast for everyone. We were 5 adults. I would fix lunch for all of us, and then leave everything kind of started for dinner. And she said that they were saving about $100 a day.
A day.
Unbelievable.
Wow, that's a
Unbelievable.
lot.
She said sometimes we would spend between the 5 of us, $520, $530.
But you don't notice. I'm gonna make coffee, so $7.
Yes,
I'm
yes,
going
that's
to
what she
have a
said.
little piece of bread. Let's
what
go
she
to the
said.
movies, $30.
Yes,
Let's go.
yes.
So you don't notice when you sit down and you put all the payments that you have to do in a month, like electricity, the rent or the mortgage, what is your case, and then you realize how much money you spend a month, Chital. It's unbelievable. When you do this math, is when you realize. Otherwise, let's buy this. It's only $10. It's only $20. It's only this.
Yes.
I think that is important, not only the plan, but it's the consistency of the family hold. When you have a plan, and not only that, but you are consistent, you sit down and you make a plan for the family itself. It does work. I have clients that have proven that it does work, but everybody has to be in sync.
Yes.
Right?
I love what you said. Let me share with you. I did that with my children. I have 2 boys. And there was a time where we needed to budget. And we said, guys, let's everybody meet at the dining table. We're going to have a conversation. So if we want to do this, we want to accomplish, we want to buy this, let's talk about what we all have to do as a family. So my younger son loves shoes. I said, no shoes. We can't buy shoes, they're too expensive. We're going to be budgeting together. We're going to cook. We're not going to eat out as much. Guys, I don't know if you noticed, things are expensive, right? These days, it's inflation.
Sometimes you say, YOLO, you
can be
only live
expensive.
once.
Yes.
And
Well,
then
and
with that, you're like,
Well, the thing is that, not to the extreme,
A
right?
blend.
But if you have a goal, that let's say that my goal is to buy a house this year,
Yes.
then from
You can
December
plan.
on, I have to plan how am I going to be spending my money.
Yes. Yes.
So okay, every time that we go out, lunch is $30.
Yes, it is expensive.
How?
yeah, we need to organize ourselves. So that's the way. Thank you so much, Chital, because
Thank
you
you,
really
Chital.
give us the
Thank you.
best tips, and the best is really to make people aware of what they're doing, what we are doing with our money, how we can save, how we can fix our credit. We can do it ourselves, and we can help you too. We are always available for you. You can contact Tu Casa TV. The telephone number is there, the website is there. And thank you so much. If somebody wants to be in touch with Chital, with Dora, or myself, you can always call us. We are always the same team. Thank you so much, Chital.
Thank you.
Dora,
Thank you,
like always,
ladies.
honey, thank you for
My
being
pleasure.
here.
Thank you
Y
for
nos
having me.
vemos en el próximo capítulo de Tu Casa TV. Gracias.
El Grupo Albornoz presentó el único noticiero de bienes raíces desde New York. Tu Casa TV.